Hello, and thanks for joining us from our studios in Tel Aviv. I'm Denise Wood here with ILTV's morning briefing from Israel.
The wave of terror is continuing today in Israel, with two separate shooting attacks in Jerusalem. Early this morning, two Palestinian terrorists pulled up in a vehicle and opened fire on an Egged bus in Jerusalem's Ramot neighborhood, slightly injuring 3 people. A bystander saw the commotion and fired at the terrorist car before they fled the scene. Police set up multiple roadblocks in the capital to stop the terrorists, but were unable to catch them before they struck again. The attackers shot at civilians and tried to ram them with their car at a light rail stop near Jerusalem's Old City, critically wounding an Israeli civilian. The victim is from Beit Hanina in East Jerusalem and was on his way to the city center. Police returned fire and shot and killed the terrorists. We told you last night about multiple terror attacks that took place in Jaffa, resulting in 1 death and 11 injuries. The deceased victim is being identified as American tourist Taylor Force, who was visiting from Texas. Force was 29 years old and a U.S. Army veteran who came to Israel as a part of a school trip for his graduate program at Vanderbilt University. Force's wife was also severely injured in the attack, along with at least 9 other victims, when the terrorist went on a stabbing spree over the course of 20 minutes. The attacker was shot dead by Israeli police. The terrorist has now been identified as 22-year-old Palestinian Bashar Masala from the West Bank. The wave of terror attacks over the past 2 days has come as the U.S. Vice President is visiting Israel. Vice President Biden was only a few minutes away from last night's attacks in Jaffa while meeting with former Israeli President Shimon Peres. He was also nearby this morning's attacks in Jerusalem and is scheduled to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and President Rivlin in the capital before heading on to Ramallah. Later today in the West Bank, he'll also hold talks with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas. Iran test-fired 2 ballistic missiles this morning and says they're designed to be able to hit Israel. The missiles struck targets 1,400 kilometers away, and the distance to Israel is only about 1,000 kilometers. The launches come after Iran test-fired several missiles yesterday at a major military exercise. The U.S. says it's closely watching the developments, and the Speaker of the U.S. House of Representatives says U.S. lawmakers will push for more unilateral sanctions against Iran.
That's all for now. I'm Denise Wood, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.